And hell has frozen over because not only do we get a chapter yesterday with Sakura doing something cool, this episode is, for the most part, the first half, all showing Sakura actually looking pretty cool as well and doing something. So, yeah, somebody go down there with some flames and unfreeze hell because that shit has frozen over. So the first half of this episode was definitely building up more on Sakura, kind of showing her going in and kind of reliving some of the events. I wasn't too keen, to be honest with you, on seeing a lot of these flashbacks, not because they took anything out, because it actually made sense, but mainly it was just repetition that kind of just got me a little bit like, oh, I don't really care to see this, but ultimately it definitely was showing her journey to where she's at right now. Didn't really care for her saying, I'm finally on Naruto and Sasuke's level, is like, I don't buy that at all as far as, her being on the same level as them. It was cool to see her stepping up and ultimately facing off against some of these little Jubi clones, whatnot. But as a whole, like, I don't buy it. She's not on Naruto and Sasuke's level. She might be up there, and again, it's good to see her getting her moment. I feel like this episode was definitely giving the Konoha 11 their moment, really letting all of them shine, while what's left of them still ain't over Neji. And just really showing how far a lot of these people have come. In particular, again, the first half of the episode was mainly focusing on Sakura, her journey to where she's at right now, and I'm glad that it did that. Ultimately, it made it a little bit more impactful than in the manga. And the manga was like, oh shit, Sakura did something cool, and the anime pushed it a little bit further than that. I felt like it was really just showing all around from where she started, where she was pretty much, for the most part, nearly entirely useless when the beginning of Naruto, to kind of where she's at right now, where she can actually help out. She trained, she worked really hard to get where she's at. The whole thing with her having the power stored up in there, the chakra, and she's finally now utilizing it, kind of makes me wonder, where was this in a lot of those battles that she had early on in Shippuden, in particular when she was going up against Sasuke. That could have come in handy also against Pain and whatnot. If she is technically on Naruto and Sasuke's level during the Pain fight, couldn't she have utilized his power, gone to that battlefield, and kind of gave Pain a run for his money? But nonetheless, still good shit. We also got the other Konoha 11 as well, seeing a lot of them going in, Shika Cho, and it was interesting to see all of them really just doing their thing, kind of like trying not to be shown up. I wish it would have been a little bit more serious, because at the end of the day, like Shikamaru said, this is a war. They were fighting the beast of all beasts, but ultimately, just seeing everyone get their moment was pretty awesome. I will say, though, I was kind of like, what the fuck, when Kishimoto played the fuck out of Sai. Like, Sai's coming in, hey, I'm part of Team 7 too. Yeah, guys, come on. And he just gets dusted off. And it was kind of like Kishimoto giving him the finger, like, you've always been Sasuke's, temporary replacement, and you never measured up to shit. Fuck you. And it was like, almost everyone had an epic moment in this episode. Everybody was just really going in. Hinata, oh my god, my bitch Hinata really going in. I was like, this is so exciting. And then comes along Sai, is like, yo, dog, I'm about to do something purty. Oh, no, they done got me. I don't know if Kishimoto just doesn't give a fuck about Sai anymore now that Sasuke's back or what, but it was just tragic to see him getting fucked over like that. And one other person I gotta talk about yet again, Kiba, shut up. Oh my god. I understand that this character hasn't had much screen time since original Naruto, so ultimately this is to the extent of his characterization that we can get, really, of him just spouting out nonsense, but shut the fuck up, man. I miss the old Kiba, that he just had like this little swag to him. He was kind of cool, chill. He had his dog, he had his little style, but this, like, Kiba and Shippuden, especially lately, oh my god, he's shut the fuck up. Desperate for attention. Like, I'm not the biggest fan at all of people that are attention seekers, and he's just there, yeah, look, I can do Shadow Clone. Look, I got one there. He's a three-headed dog. Like, bro, no one gives a fuck. They don't. It's bad when Sakura's looking like the Sage of Six Paths compared to your crusty ass. Yes, Sakura. And the way they wrapped up this episode, they definitely used a lot of content, having Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura summoning the Toad, the Slug, and the Snake. Makes me wonder which one is which. I know, if I'm correct, that's the same Toad from the, beginning and whatnot, but I'm curious which one are the other ones. So that might be actually the baby all grown up. I'm not sure, but either way, epic as fuck. Awesome episode. Couple of little nitpicks here and there. Kind of, first of all, Sakura saying she's on Naruto and Sasuke's level. You're up there. You're a lot stronger than you used to be. Not on Sasuke and Naruto's level. Also, kind of the way she got the power. I'm glad at least it wasn't a complete BS or whatever. It was actually, she been storing it. But I wish she would have used that power in previous battles that she had, to help out. Oh, and before I forget to mention Madara, he's like, yo, you're a clone. I don't give a fuck about you. I'm sitting down. I'll wait for the real one to show up. Like, Madara, epic as ever. And yeah, very good episode this week. Aside from Kiba being a fucking asswad, pretty awesome shit and just scene development. And also, I guess, the flashbacks kind of took it down as well. Like, this could have been on some, like, 10 out of 10 type of shit, but between a lot of the first half with the flashbacks and stuff, Kiba being a dickwad, and ultimately kind of making me wonder why didn't Sakura use this power a little bit earlier on in Shippuden. Nonetheless, still very good episode. I'm gonna give this one 8 out of 10, just a couple nitpicks here or there, but ultimately it's like, oh my god, as far as being a Naruto fan goes, these are those episodes where it's like, we've come full circle, just seeing from where everything was at is like, now they're together again fighting, and it's like, I just really enjoyed the fuck out of it, and I felt like it just showed a lot of progression for a lot of these characters. Some regression, like making Kiba crustier than he was in part 1, but yeah, it is what it is. And not to mention Sai getting shitted on. It's kind of like, bro, you never stood a chance. At the end of the day, Sasuke will always be the original Team 7 member. It's always going to be Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi. And it's unfortunate because it just really makes it seem like his whole point in the series is kind of irrelevant. When Kishimoto was building him up early on with the art and the personality thing, it's like, this is what it amounts to. No fucks given. Let me know what you guys thought. First of all, seeing them reunited, summoning the slug, the toad, and the fucking snake. What did you think about that? Also, what do you think about Kiba? Annoying as fuck. Sai getting shitted on. Sakura saying she's on Naruto and Sasuke's level. It's like, you're powered up, but don't throw those words around. It's like, no. It's just overall thoughts of this episode. Right now, this is some of my favorite bits of the Naruto manga in the past year or so, and I'm definitely noticing that we're getting really close. I'm curious, what do you guys think? Do you think that this really means that the manga is just ending really, really soon to the point where there will be no more filler for the rest of Naruto Shippuden? Because, I mean, like, this isn't that close, but I remember this like it was yesterday, and it feels like we're getting really close to where we're at in the manga, so maybe there won't be no more filler at all in Naruto. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it, and if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be awesome. I'm from the world, and as always, people, have an awesome day. It's good to see Team 7 back again. And hell has frozen over, because not only do we get a chapter yesterday with Sakura doing something cool, this episode is, for the most part, the first half, all showing Sakura actually looking pretty cool as well and doing something. So, yeah, somebody go down there with some flames and unfreeze hell, because that shit has frozen over. So the first half of this episode was definitely building up more on Sakura, kind of showing her going in and kind of reliving some of the events. I wasn't too keen, to be honest with you, on seeing a lot of these flashbacks, not because they took anything out, because it actually made sense, but mainly it was just repetition that kind of just got me a little bit like, oh, I don't really care to see this, but ultimately it definitely was showing her journey to where she's at right now. Didn't really care for her saying, I'm finally on Naruto and Sasuke's level. Is like, I don't buy that at all as far as, her being on the same level as them. It was cool to see her stepping up and ultimately facing off against some of these little Jubi clones, whatnot. But as a whole, like, I don't buy it. She's not on Naruto or Sasuke's level. She might be up there, and again, it's good to see her get